All right, so if you're a boat owner, you've probably thought about this at least once or twice. How do I get the best sound system out on the water? And that's what we're going to dive into today. Fusion Marine Audio by Garmin. They're known for being super durable and having incredible sound. And we're lucky enough to have the inside scoop from Concord Marine Electronics. They're a top-rated installer, so these guys really know what they're talking about. And we're going to be talking about all the coolest things about Fusion. Stuff like LED lights built right into the speakers and being able to control your music in different parts of the boat.
One thing that sets Fusion apart is that they don't just take regular speakers, slap some waterproofing on them, and call it a day. They developed this whole thing called True Marine engineering.
Okay, yeah. True Marine. It does sound pretty hardcore. But what does that actually mean? Like, what actually makes it different from any other marine audio gear out there?
So it really just means that it's built to a higher standard. So like marine-grade materials that can resist corrosion like it's nothing.
Right.
And special coatings that can handle UV rays. They just laugh at salt water and things like that. And even little design elements that protect against vibrations. You know, boats vibrate a lot. And those shocks that are just a natural part of being out on the water, they're obsessed with durability.
So it sounds like it's not just about like surviving a splash or two. It's about lasting season after season, even with heavy use. Makes sense. So I'm guessing that kind of durability starts with the stereo itself, right? The Fusion Marine stereo?
Absolutely. Yeah, the stereo is like the heart of the whole system. And Fusion has packed it with so much tech that would make even land-based systems jealous.
Yeah.
We're talking Bluetooth, USB. They even have NMEA 2000 compatibility.
Oh, yeah. NMEA 2000. It's one of those things that I've heard people say but never fully understood. So break it down for me. What's the big deal?
All right, imagine this. You're out cruising. You would change the song, or maybe just the volume. With NMEA 2000, you can do all that from your boat's navigation screen. You don't even have to reach for a separate device. It's all integrated.
Oh, I see. So it's all about convenience and safety. Keeping your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the water. I love that. But a tough stereo, that's just the beginning. What about those True Marine speakers you mentioned? Those have got to be pretty special.
They really are. And one of the cool things about them is that you can create these different zones of audio on your boat. You know, like maybe you've got party music blasting up on deck for your guests, while down in the cabin you're enjoying some chill tunes.
Yeah.
It's all about customization.
Okay, multiple zones. That's a total game changer, especially for boat parties. And I'm guessing that with True Marine engineering, they can probably handle getting splashed without missing a beat, right?
Oh yeah, you bet. They use these special materials and coatings that keep those speakers pumping out crystal clear audio, no matter what Mother Nature throws their way. And get this, they even have speakers with LED lights built right in.
Hold on, wait. LED lights in the speakers themselves? That's surprisingly awesome. Tell me more.
Yeah, it's a really cool feature. It's customizable RGB lighting. You can choose any colors you want. You can even have them change with the music. Just picture your speakers pulsing to the beat. It's a light show right on your boat. Especially at night, it looks incredible.
Okay, I'll admit, when you first said LED lights, I was a little skeptical, but now I kind of love the idea. LED lit speakers on a boat. It's like a built-in party atmosphere. But we can't forget about that deep resonant sound that makes music come alive. We're talking bass, right?
You read my mind. Fusion doesn't disappoint when it comes to bass. They've got a whole range of subwoofers designed just for the marine environment. Their 12-inch model is incredible. It delivers that powerful chest-thumping bass that you just crave, even over the sound of the engine and the waves.
And are these subwoofers, do those also have the LED lighting option so you can like sync them up with your speakers for a full-on audio-visual experience?
That's exactly right. It's all about creating a truly immersive experience on your boat, one that is really enjoyable. But if you want to get the most out of your speakers and subwoofers, you really need to think about a Fusion amplifier.
Okay, amplifiers. Now we're getting into the details. I know they're important, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what they do. Is it just about making things louder?
It's more than just volume. Think of the amplifier as the engine of your sound system. It takes that signal from the stereo and gives it a boost.
Yeah.
It gives the music the power it needs to really reach its full potential.
So it's about clarity and richness as much as volume then.
Exactly. And especially in a noisy environment like a boat, that extra power is crucial. The amplifier makes sure your music can be heard over the sound of the engine, over the wind and the waves, so you can hear every note crystal clear. And Fusion amplifiers can power multiple zones, so you can have different volume levels in different areas of the boat.
Multi-zone volume control. I mean, that's another thing that adds so much to the customization and the enjoyment. And like, it's like having a personal DJ on board. But let's be real, this is all starting to sound a little complex. I'm picturing a lot of wires and a lot of connections. Is this something that the average boater can do themselves? Or is this something that you need a professional to install?
You know, some boaters might be comfortable doing it themselves, right? But a system like this, it really benefits from professional installation. And that's where a company like Concord Marine Electronics comes in. They're the experts when it comes to fusion installations. And they can make sure that everything is set up perfectly. Yeah, they really do. Concord has all the experience and the know-how to handle all the wiring and the connections and make sure it all works with your boat's electrical system. They can also help you pick out the right components for your needs and your budget.
Okay, so it's like peace of mind, knowing that everything is done right and that you're getting the most out of what you paid for. That makes a lot of sense. You know, as we're talking about all this, I keep thinking about those LED lights. It seems like such a simple thing, but it really adds a whole other level of fun and personality to the boat.
It really does. And think about it. You're already out on the water, enjoying the sunshine, the fresh air. Yeah. You're with your friends and family. Why not add a little visual excitement to the mix? LED lights can create a party vibe, a relaxed ambiance, you know, whatever you're feeling. It's all about setting the mood.
I love that. It's like taking the whole boating experience to a whole other level. It's not just about the sound anymore. It's about the whole sensory experience. And speaking of sound, we've talked about true marine engineering in a general sense, but can you give us a little more detail about the speakers themselves? What makes them sound so good?
Well, fusion uses a combination of really high-quality components and clever design to get that incredible sound. For example, they use something called a tweeter to handle the high frequencies, you know, like the crispness of cymbals or the clarity of vocals. And then there's the midwoofer, which handles the mid-range frequencies. And that gives you that full, rich sound for things like guitars and pianos.
So it's like they each have their own job to create a balanced sound. And I bet all that true marine engineering helps to make sure those components are protected from the elements too, right?
Absolutely. The tweeters and midwoofers are protected inside these strong enclosures that are designed to keep out water and those harmful UV rays, even salt spray. Plus, they're built to withstand all the vibrations that come with being on a boat.
It's all starting to make sense now. It sounds like Fusion really thought of everything to create a system that's not just durable, but also sounds amazing. I have to admit, though, I'm still a little fuzzy on the whole amplifier thing. You compared it to an engine earlier, which makes sense. Yeah. But can you break it down even further, like for someone who's not a tech expert?
Sure. Okay, so think of it this way. Your stereo head unit, it sends out a signal, but it's not very strong on its own. It's kind of like trying to push a really heavy boat with your bare hands. The amplifier is like a power booster. It gives that signal the muscle it needs to really drive those speakers and subwoofers.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. So the amplifier is like the strong man of the audio system, giving the music that extra push it needs to shine. And that extra power is especially important on a boat where you're competing with all that other noise, right? The engine, the wind, the waves.
Exactly. The amplifier makes sure your music can cut through all that background noise and delivers a clear, powerful sound. And Fusion's multi-zone amplifiers let you control the volume in different areas of the boat, so everyone can enjoy the music at their own level.
That multi-zone feature is just so essential for creating that customized listening experience. It's really impressive how Fusion has been able to combine all this technology with such incredible durability. I mean, making electronics that can handle the harsh marine environment can't be easy, but it seems like they figured it out.
They really have. And remember, when you're thinking about a marine audio system, durability is just as important as how good it sounds. You need a system that can handle those bumps and splashes in the salty air without missing a beat.
Absolutely. A good marine audio system. It should be able to weather the storm, both literally and figuratively. You know, beyond all the technical stuff and the features, there's something really special about having a great sound system on your boat. It's about creating a certain atmosphere, a vibe, a shared experience.
You're right. It's about enhancing those moments out on the water. Just imagine yourself cruising along, the sun is setting, the water is calm, and you're surrounded by the people you care about. And then you add the perfect soundtrack to that. Music that moves you, sound that fills the air with energy and emotion. That's the power of Fusion Marine Audio. It's about making those special moments on the water even better and creating memories that will last a lifetime.
And that's exactly what Fusion Marine Audio lets you do. It's not just about listening to music. It's about creating a whole experience that makes your time on the water even better.
I couldn't agree more. It's about those moments you share with friends and family, the memories you make, all with the help of music.
And you know what? Let's be honest. Having a great sound system on your boat, it just makes you feel cool. It's like an extension of your personality, a way to show off your style and create that perfect vibe for whatever you're doing.
Absolutely. Whether you're into those high-energy party anthems or you prefer something more laid back like acoustic tunes, Fusion has got a system for you. They can give you the sound you want with the durability and the features to match your boating lifestyle.
We've talked about a lot in this deep dive. We started with Fusion's True Marine Engineering, which is all about making sure everything can handle the tough conditions out on the water.
We also talked about the stereo units, the speakers with their separate tweeters and midwoofers to get the best possible sound. And let's not forget the subwoofers. Those things can really bring the bass.
Yeah. And we can't leave out the amplifiers, the things that make the whole system work. They're the ones that give you the power and the clarity you need to hear your music, especially when you're in a boat with all that other noise.
And of course, there are those awesome LED lights, which I am now a huge fan of. They can sync up with your music, create different moods. And yeah, if you want to turn your boat into a floating nightclub, you can totally do that.
And it all comes down to options and customization. Fusion gives you everything you need to create the perfect sound system for your boat, no matter what you're into.
And, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed by all this, there are experts out there like Concord Marine Electronics. They can help you figure it all out, guide you through the process.
They can help you pick out the right equipment, install it the right way, and make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck.
Exactly. Having a professional on your side can make all the difference. It's about making sure your system is set up right and that it all works together perfectly with your boat.
All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of Fusion Marine Audio, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all of this?
I'd say just picture yourself out on the water. The sun's setting, the water is calm, and you're with people you love. Now add in the perfect soundtrack to that moment, music that makes you feel something sound, that fills the air with energy and emotion. That's what Fusion Marine Audio is all about. It's about making those special moments on the water even better and creating memories that will last a lifetime.
I love that it's not just about the tech. It's about how it makes you feel. It's about the experience, the connection.
Exactly. It's about taking your boating adventures to that next level.
Well said. All right. On that note, we're going to drop anchor on this deep dive. Thanks for joining us as we explored the world of Fusion Marine Audio. We hope you learned something new and that you're feeling inspired. Go out there and make some waves, both literally and figuratively, with an awesome sound system that shows off your style and makes your time on the water even more enjoyable.